Welcome back to my channel, everyone. The show's Skinner and Fox. Come back to another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3, the Bronze Age Reborn, where we're going to continue our conquest up into the rest of this little Greek peninsula right here. We're starting to get into this little area that does not actually have any, territory in it. We only have Doria and Macedon really over here, and then we have Sitagroy, who's got a few pieces of land in there. And I think after that, I don't know if I'd actually consider this to be part of Greece. I don't think that necessarily counts, but whatever. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. We actually do. I'm just noticing, just like panning over, we have one really, really big vassal like in our land, which is kind of creepy at times when you sit there and think about it. But that's all right. Let me see. Is there a way to go after this person? It does not look to be so, and we cannot obviously offer any kind of vassalization to them. Can't do anything with this person, and can't do anything with this person, and this person we actually can. We can actually go for their kingdom. It's kind of weird because you jump over Macedon to do it, but that's perfectly fine. Sorry, I think I had a. I don't know if that was a hiccup or what, like, but it had a weird noise come out all the same. But yeah, no. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that and do that. It does seem like just the best course of action is just keep hopping from province to province, just slowly taking land over time. I mean, whatever's available at the time, that's just what we have to go for. One thing I was thinking about is like, do I think that it's actually worth going over there into, I guess, what would that be, Turkey? That over this area. It's 4 months. We can just go ahead and attack these guys here on their way out. I think this might get me to 100. That's kind of why I'm choosing to do this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and enforce demands there. Awesome. We can go ahead and get this out of here. We can just kind of put some random person there, I guess, and call that a day. All right, so let's look at what we have here because there's a few options. I was sitting there thinking maybe if we were to expand over this way, maybe it might be a good idea, but there's also some other options. We do have this one individual person here. Oh, it looks like they're actually part of this. It looks like it's just this person who we really can't go after because we just went to war with them. They have a few islands over here that might be worth going for. Um, yeah, because I just don't like. There's only like one province here that we can get. There's just this one province here that we can get, and I'm just kind of like picking off a few of these places like little bit by little bit. Um, And what we'll do is we'll make our rallying point over here into this little portion of Achaia. Is there another piece of land that we can just like give away to somebody? Is like I'm just trying to see like what land can we actually give out. A few pieces over here, got some over there. I just give this person here that piece of land, and we'll just call it. We'll give them that like little strait in between, between the left half of this part of Greece and then the right part. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put our troops over here, let them form. This might take a little bit of time. Actually, no. Ironically enough, yeah, ironically enough, that did not go that badly at all. We do want to kind of have all of our troops together because we are going to be like, going after some people. We're going to be getting off boats and stuff. So you have to be a little bit careful here. Just in case some of these people do actually have some like sizable chunks like on their land. So there's that. You just got to kind of be careful a little bit. Enforced demands, beautiful. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and let's find some just like old guy, I guess. Yeah, well, this person isn't the same religion. I do kind of want to keep it the same religion. I don't want to have to deal with that ever at any point. Wow, there just isn't anybody. Okay, we'll just give this 1-year-old that then, I guess. That's weird. Anyway, I mean, I'm not worried about it, really. Okay, that's 100% there. We'll go ahead and, like I said, we're also going to give this child here that piece of land as well. That's weird. I guess they were all, I guess these people's troops were all on this piece of land, which is really weird. Okay, and then there is the 56,000 from them, so that's a nice ally just to get for the foreseeable future. I think that we actually married our son off to her. No. Who do we marry off to her? Or am I just crazy? Either way, I'm not at all worried about it at this point. We'll make do with whatever. Continuing on, shouldn't take any time at all to get this. All right, then there's the other 100%. So beautiful. Disband. Once again, we're just going to give this young child that, and that'll be fine. Let them take care of those problems. We'll okay, and we're going to raise another monument. That's fine. Okay, and I think that almost gets us all of the main islands in the sea. There's only a few left, which is I guess kind of what we're going to be going after. I do just want to have like all of the island provinces, if all possible. It's kind of my goal this particular for this particular episode. Just keep getting all the islands that you can in the amount of time that you have. We'll raise all of our troops here. Again, shouldn't take too long because I think we're staying relatively close to where we were. We did get we did just pay for another piece right here. The skull goblet looks to be it. Nothing that's going to be game changing, so nothing really to dwell on there. Just spend a couple hundred gold on it, but I mean, like we have so much money, like we can just keep buying things at this point that anything that kind of gives us a little bit better of a chance, we'll keep doing that. Let me see. So you're playing SBC soon? Tyranny now. No, we're not dealing with them. Whatever. Okay. Like I'm not at all worried about the factions right now because they're relatively weak, all things considered. There's really nothing that they can actually do against me. Whatever. Not too worried about that. And it does look like we do have some enemies over here. Ooh, had a little bit of a lag there. Alright, and I went ahead and assaulted it to make sure that they couldn't beat me in time. We're already at 11, which is pretty cool. Sweet, we have this guy coming. Alright, we should just win now. I don't see there being any way. Yeah, I don't see it being any way that they beat us there, even with another piece of land up there. That I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they had another piece of land up here. Maybe I was mistaken. Either way, it doesn't make any difference now. And then we can go ahead and get some random person to take over that land for us. So beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we're just consistently pushing out that way. And then Doria went ahead and I took over that piece of land for us. So that's pretty nice. Makes it a little bit easier for us to go after them here in just a moment. I kind of want to go after, I believe, these three pieces right here. The reason why is just because I'm trying to get as much of the land as possible. That makes future wars a little bit faster for whenever we try to go after them. If you take, I mean, it's just less levies for them to raise. And now, granted, each individual land up here might get more than these over here, so it might be like, might just be wrong in that regard. But either way, this just kind of I think is faster regardless whether it's they give more troops than some of these other places or not as in totality or they don't. It's still a sizable piece of land that's just probably better off just giving off like getting anyway. All right, so let's see. Crap, another piece of land we have to give out. Let's see. See, this becomes a thing. You have to try to like find like what pieces of land that you have that you don't really want. We do have a city, so I guess there's that. We can give that to some random person. That's fine. Looks like we actually had like two cities, which is interesting. I actually don't remember keeping those, but it makes no difference. Yeah, we obviously want to rebuild there. We're not gonna keep that. We do have some guys over here from them that are trying to take some land from us, like just trying to siege and all that kind of crap. So we're just going to go over here and attack them. That gets us to 80. I think I'm going to go after their man. Oh man, there we go. It's so weird that this was actually like a straight up feudal holding, and then like their capital is a tribal holding, which is odd to me. Maybe they just never changed from tribal or not. I don't really know, but either way. Okay. So let's go ahead and take these pieces of land, and just to make things easier, we're just going to grant them to somebody like that, rather than us go down the list of people that we can see. We can negotiate an alliance with that. Of course, we're going to do that. Modify contracts. We have so many contracts. Let's go ahead. Uh, I'm just kind of trying to get rid of everybody that I can here. We do have so many prisoners. Let's just go ahead and ransom all of them off. Oh, I have a daughter. Wow, interesting. At the age of doggone 63. Oh, and she actually gets the High Kingdom of Laconia. Oh, because my oldest daughter also died. So that's kind of weird. That's gonna be that's gonna be funky for sure. And next uh my next child is my or like my next character is gonna be pretty wild. Going to see if I can't raise this kid here. I don't want his education focus to be intrigue at all. That's actually just straight up terrible for us. Once again, we keep getting like these city province. I don't know what it is. I think it's this one too that we just keep re-getting. I have to go back and rewatch, but yeah, we just keep getting that one over and over again. I'm like, I don't want it. Can you please keep it? um, this person, I wish we could just like offer him to be a collection of great holy war. Like, why does that matter to me? Oh, because there's a holy war coming. Oh, okay. Well, either way, let's go ahead and move our rallying point over here. Raise all the guys, and we're gonna just basically just attack this guy really quickly. Like this isn't gonna take long at all. Let's see relationship. Okay, diligent. Absolutely, we're gonna try to do that. Okay, he gained diligent. That's actually so cool. Charming, or yeah, he got diligent. We're gonna change this to stewardship. 100% we are. No doubt. Full stop. We're taking that. Of all the things that we could have picked there, we got another stinking city. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Maybe we just do have to like give it to somebody that's in our court that might be married or something like that because it's becoming an inconvenience at this point. Oh, let's go ahead and enforce demands there. Beautiful. Go ahead and grant that to you. All right, and that leads us to this area right here, because Doria we can't go after, but Macedon we're kind of getting to that point now, and it does look like Sitagroy is has split, which is extremely convenient for us. I want to go for I think these two pieces. Oh, like actually, like better yet, let's go after this guy. Yeah, I think this guy is the guy that we're going to go after. Yeah, I'm not really worried about like what's going on with him over there. Like let him fight that. That seems to be his own issues that he's dealing with. So by all means, do whatever you're doing. I don't care. It does look like he's sending his troops over here, so I don't know if he was in the middle of a war or not. Oh, there we go. We caught some like troops like lacking right there, so that's really nice. And that does move us over here to this to get us the 73. Oh, we are out of a we were out of a commander right there, so I'm glad I noticed that. And now we're at the enforced demands. Although we did have so many troops, I don't think that if we wouldn't have had a commander there, it would have made any kind of difference whatsoever. We're gonna go ahead and grant these two to him. And then that just leaves Macedon, who we do want to go after here and get probably these two pieces of land just to kind of connect the dots there, for lack of a better way of saying it. Because in reality, I do kind of want to keep the borders relatively clean. We do have this one piece up here, but I mean, it's kind of just at this point. Okay, and that's a holy war against us, so that's interesting. Let's go ahead and raise up the. Let's go ahead and yeah, let's just disband everybody. Let's go ahead and disband them. Let's station these guys. We probably could have kept them raised, but I think stationing these guys to get every last little bonus that we can. I didn't realize that um, they weren't all the way. Gonna get all those up. Yeah, do that. Yeah, I'm just kind of throwing all my gold here at this war, which is fine because now we're gonna have a ton of troops. I think this is gonna max out everything. Yeah, so we become so much stronger now because of that, and that's exactly what I wanted. Um, as far as the holy orders, we're gonna go ahead and raise up. Let's raise up the biggest one that we're gonna get. We're going to hire special mercenaries to fight on our behalf. And that should be good, honestly. And then we'll raise all of our troops up. Let's go ahead and have them all meet here. Ah, here we go. And then we're also going to call in this guy to the Great Holy War. I think we just straight up win. I don't think that there's any way that we lose this here. Let me see. Let's go ahead and do all this real quick. Since we did just raise all of our men at arms, we do need to kind of modify all of these as much as possible, so that way we can get a little bit of gold to make up the difference there. There we go. Ransom that guy off. And I think that will probably call here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot and it means a great deal. And again, guys, thank you guys for watching. And I will see you all next time. Bye bye.